Right, everyone, welcome. So let's go ahead and get started with our gentle yoga class. And I'm going to have you, let's do something different today. Let's actually start on our backs. Usually I have us start in a seated pose, but we're going to actually start in a relaxation pose. Get to lay down right from the start. So I do recommend if you've got a blanket or a towel or something like that handy, just to make things comfortable for you if you're on a hard surface. But go ahead and spread your mat out. And then when you come down, always pull your knees in when you go down onto your back so that you don't put any strain on your back. I want you to come on down and just relax for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. And you can clasp your hands across your knees or just hold onto your knees and just start to rock a little bit from side to side. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath. In and out through your nose. Good. And let's begin by placing the feet down onto the mat. I want your feet nice and wide and just let the knees lean on each other like a little tent. Now you're going to take one hand and place it on your lower abdomen. And then take the other hand and you can place it like either whatever's comfortable. It can be up on your chest, or it can be, for me, it's kind of like around the heart center, the rib cage, whatever feels comfortable for your shoulders. Your elbows are just resting on the floor. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. Good, and let's start by relaxing from the top of the head down through the forehead. Relax around your eyes. Relax down through the nose and the cheeks and the corners of your mouth. Relax your jaw. Inhale and exhale deeply and just relax down through the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. And relax to the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen and the lower back, and from your hips all the way down the legs, through your feet and your toes. And now focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. And just count the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. See if you can even out your breath. And from here, let's start by turning the head gently from side to side, loosening up your neck. And bring your head back to center. Draw the knees back into your chest again and relax your back. And let's just rock a little bit from side to side. Good. And then place the feet down onto the mat, have them hip distance apart. And let's start by drawing in your right knee. You're going to clasp your hands across the leg. You can make a nice big circle with your foot to rotate your ankle. Mine is making noise this morning. Let's switch, go the opposite direction. And now clasp your hands behind that leg and extend your leg up. Let's try to straighten the leg. You're gonna push through the heel and then go ahead and point through the toes. And then push through the heel and point through the toes. You do that again. Good, one more. All right, bend your knee. Let's lay that right ankle across your left knee. Put your hand on your leg and then just very gently bounce that knee away from you. We're going to start to loosen up the hips. And as you go through your practice today, I'm going to keep reminding you to come back to this moment, come back to the breath. Our mind, our thoughts, right, can get very busy, but you're going to try for this next 45 minutes to stay fully present in this moment. Give your not just your body a chance to stretch, but give your brain a chance to pause, right? You don't have to be thinking other than what you're doing right now. You don't have to be thinking about the future or the past. All right, from here, we're going to add to the stretch. So you're going to bring the legs in and you're going to clasp your hands either behind that left leg. You might reach over the shin. My hip happens to be a little tight today, so I'm going to lower. You can also take your ankle, you can bring it in a little further. I'm going to lower it just a little bit because that's more comfortable. And then you can, if it feels good, you can rock a little bit from side to side. And when you feel some tightness in your body, I want you to go back to that breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good. From here, let's take the right hand out from between the legs. Take that right leg, cross it over your straight one. Okay, so you're just like this. Cross it over. You can hold on to the knees. You can slide your hands down and hold on to the feet, whatever feels best for you. And you're going to pull those legs in towards you. So if you're holding on one hand on each foot, you're just drawing those feet towards you. And you're going to feel that stretch right through the buttocks, through your hips. And just hold. Good, and relax. Let's undo the legs, place your foot down. Now we'll take the outside of your left ankle and lay it on, wait, did we do the other side? Trying to remember. Oh, wait, I think we first got to bring our knee in. Draw that left leg in. We got to rotate this ankle. Make a big circle with your foot. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands. Extend that leg straight up. You're going to push through the heel and then point through the toes. Push, point. Let's do that a few times. And good. Bend the knee. Place that left ankle across your right knee. We're going to start by just bouncing that knee, that hip away from you, starting to loosen up that hip. And let's bring the legs in. And again, you're going to hold on to the back of that leg or across the knee and shin, whatever feels best. You can rock a little bit from side to side if that feels good. And some gentle rocking from side to side. Nice deep inhale and exhale. All right. And let's take this left leg, slide it over your right one. Again, you're holding onto your knees or slide your hands down, one hand on either foot. Draw those legs in a little bit. Hold. Let's go ahead and undo the legs. Let's place the feet on the mat now and open your feet wide. So you're gonna have one foot on either edge of the mat, nice and wide. Take that right knee, drop it down towards your left foot, and just hold for a moment. And then bring that knee to center, let the left knee hang down towards your right foot and just hold. And now let's go back and forth. So one knee goes down, and the other knee back and forth. Good. Let the knees come back to center, feet hip distance apart, arms by the side. You're going to press your back down into the mat, press your feet down, raise your hips up into a nice bridge posture, and let's hold for a moment. Keep your big toes touching the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time, and let's have you draw your knees into your chest and relax your back. Good. Feet on the mat, hip distance apart. Press your back into the mat. Raise your hips up and hold. Two. Inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly. And let's draw the knees into your chest and relax. Just move a little bit from side to side. Relax your back. All right, keep the knees tucked in. We're going to do a spinal twist. So let's open the arms out to the sides. Palms are facing upward. And we're going to lower the legs to the left. So bring them all the way down to the floor. Let the feet rest on the floor. Turn your head, look out towards your right hand and stretch. Take a nice deep breath here, 2. And 3. And one more breath. Good, and let's do the other side. Bring your knees to center, over to the other side. Let your knees rest, let your toes and feet rest. Now your shoulder might come up, so turn your head, look out towards that hand, and then you can put your right hand on your legs and draw down a little bit. And let's just hold. Again, take some deep breaths here with each exhale. Just imagine you're relaxing, your body is relaxing into that stretch and going just a little bit deeper, just a little bit further. All right, bring your knees to center. So let's keep the knees together. Let's keep we're gonna go side to side with the legs, but we're only gonna come to about an inch from the floor, bring the knees to center, go over to the other side. So we're gonna go back and forth. So inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower those legs to the left, look out towards your right hand, and then inhale and bring your knees up, and exhale over. Inhale to center, exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then one more. Good, and then bring your knees back to center. Again, let's relax that back, kind of rock a little bit from side to side. All right, we're gonna come to a seated posture. So there's 2 ways to come up. You can roll to your side and then use your hands to help you sit up, or you can hold on to like the back of the legs or clasp your hands together. Swing your feet and rock yourself up. Okay, whatever whatever feels comfortable for you. All right, so that's kind of a nice warm up for the back. So let's go ahead and start now in our seated posture. So if you're comfortable sitting flat on the floor, go ahead and do that. If you want some extra lift, it's kind of a nice way to sit on the floor. You can roll up your blanket and just put that right underneath your hips. Okay, or we're just going to loosen up the neck and shoulders. All right, so in this posture, let's bring the chin forward and slowly hang your head down. And just draw your chest up towards your chin and feel that nice stretch of the back of your neck into your shoulders. And now roll your head to one side. The face is forward, let the ear hang towards your shoulder. Your jaws relax. Roll your head around to the back, let your head go back. Over to the other side. Let's bring your head back down to the front. Okay, let's do a few circles. Inhale as you roll your head to the back. Exhale as you come back to the front. Doing about 3 circles to each side and then change direction. Neck rolls, let your head hang down. Let's clasp the hands together, adding some weight to the stretch. You're going to draw down slightly. Stretch the back of your neck into your shoulders. And then bring your head to center. You can rest one hand on the leg, the other hand on your head. Gently draw the ear toward the shoulders. You get that nice stretch all on the opposite side. It's like you're drawing down slightly with your shoulder. And then bring your head to center. Let's do the other side. Good. Let your head come back to center. Okay, let's bring the arms up in front. Wrap one elbow inside of the other so the hands come back to back. If your shoulders aren't comfortable doing that, cross your arms like this. Okay. And then some of you might be able to reach the hands so that the fingertips touch the palm. So just some different variations. Draw your elbows up and hold. And 2. 3. Inhale as you exhale, let those elbows come down and untwist. And let's do the other side. Wrap the elbows up, draw them upward and hold. 2. 3. Inhale as you exhale, let the elbows come down and untwist. Good. All right, arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up and stretch. Clasp the hands, reach the palms up, gently lean to one side as you exhale. Inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, and come back to center, pull back slightly. Fingertips touch, inhale as you exhale, come out and down. Good. All right, stretch those legs out in front of you. Circulation back to your feet and knees, and let's come on to the hands and knees. So I'm actually going to have you come on over. We're going to have the hands under the shoulders, the knees are hip distance apart, and we're going to start by, as you exhale, tuck your chin in, round the back and shoulders and stretch. Inhale, arch, and look up. Okay, and do that a few times. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Journal case. With your next exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels, forehead to the mat. Go ahead and reach forward all the way out through the fingertips into your half tortoise and just rock the hips a little bit from side to side. Come up onto the hands and knees. We're going to stretch out that lower back. So let's sit back towards the left heel. Reach over to the right and stretch. 2, 3, and 4. And then back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over, sit back towards that right heel. Twist over to the left and stretch. 2, 3, and 4. Good, back to center. So we're gonna come up onto the hands and knees, let your toes curl under, lift your hips and press back into your downward facing dog. So just bend the knees slightly and let's press one heel down to the mat, alternate your legs back and forth. Good, let the shoulders come forward, knees down to the mat. I'm gonna have you slide your right knee all the way up between your fingertips and then take that right heel and turn it in so it's more towards your left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back, look forward as you inhale. Take a nice deep breath and then exhale as you come on down. Just fold. Inhale and exhale deeply. I like to rock my hips a little bit in this posture, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can also come down with your forehead onto your forearms if you prefer. So again, back to the breath, which helps you come back to this moment. If you've got any thoughts going on in your mind of things to do or things that happened, you can just hit the pause button and let them go. Keep bringing yourself back to this moment. All right, let's come up from this posture. This is called the half pigeon pose. We've got the hands firmly on the mat. Go onto the ball of the back foot, lift your hips, step back into the downward facing dog and just stretch. And let's do the other side. Shoulders forward, knees down to the mat. Slide that left knee forward, turn your heel in and stretch your right leg back. Inhale and breathe in and exhale as you come on down. And again, you can rest on your forearms if that's comfortable. You can also bring your forehead down, whatever you prefer. And if it feels good to rock a little bit from side to side with your hips, you can do that. All right, bring the chest up, hands firmly on your mat. Let's step it back into downward dog and stretch. Okay, we're gonna add a variation here to the pigeon pose, so we're gonna bring the right leg forward again, so knees touch down. Draw your right knee up, turn your heel in, and stretch your left leg back, just like we did before. This time, the back leg, the back knee, I want you to bend that leg. So you may get enough of a stretch right here, okay? If you want to go further, you're going to take the opposite hand. So my left leg is bent, the right hand reaches back, and you can try to grab those toes. It's okay if you can't reach them. You're still getting a good stretch. Let's hold for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good, and relax. Hands on the mat and step it back, good. All right, shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. Let's bring the left knee up, turn your heel in, stretch your right leg back. Now we're gonna do this side. So we're gonna bend that right knee. You can stay right like this and hold. You can try to reach back with your opposite hand, the left hand. If you reach back with the same hand, you might fall over. It's a little tricky. So let's do the opposite hand if it works for you, and hold. And relax. We're gonna let the leg come down one more time. We're gonna step it back into the downward dog and just stretch. Good. Let the shoulders go forward, touch your knees down. We're gonna lower down into a cobra. So what I want you to do is bring your shoulders forward over your hands, bend your elbows and lower down. Now you're on your belly, so peel up into the cobra, bring your chest up. Elbows will stay slightly bent. Good. Press back onto the hands and knees and bring your hips back to your heels. And then you can rock a little bit from side to side, stretch out that lower back. We're doing a lot for the back today. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward over your hands. You don't wanna be back like this. Over your hands, bend your elbows and come down. Inhale and peel up. And then back into the half tortoise. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale down. Peel up into cobra and right back to your downward dog. Good. Open and close your fists, your fingers, stretch your hands. Let's come up into a kneeling posture. So I'm going to have you actually curl your toes under and sit back on your heels. And then from here, let's come up into a standing posture. So go ahead and bring yourself up. I'm just going to adjust camera for a moment. There you go. Always a little tricky. There we go. Maybe you can see me. Okay. All right. So I like to start with a twist when I'm standing. Feet about hip distance, hands on your hips, knees soft, lean forward, roll to the back as you inhale. Exhale back to the front. 2, 3, and let's change direction. Good, and right back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, let's fold down into your front bend. And if you like crossing your arms, you can do that, or just hang your hands to the floor. Knees should be soft. And this allows you to kind of twist a little bit from side to side, stretch out your back. You can let your arms and hands hang to the floor. Bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you, come down into your squat. Go ahead and bring yourself down. And then from here, let's come back into the front bend. Back to your squat. Back into the front bend. Good, bring your chest up, hands into your hips, and inhale as you come on up. We'll support the back, so heel of the hands right underneath the rib cage. And since we stretch forward, we're going to stretch back. So just kind of bend the knees a little bit, lift through the chest, gently lean back. And now back up to center. Feet come together, either the toes touch or a couple of inches apart, arms slightly out to the side. Inhale, reach, touch your fingertips, reach to the ceiling, exhale to one side. Inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale as you exhale, fold. We're going to do a few movements with our sequence. We call them vinyasas. Hands on the legs as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach, come all the way up. And then bring your hands right back to your heart. Inhale and reach up. Exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, inhale. And exhale. And then reach and come up. So you're just moving gently through this sequence, following your breath. And we're practicing being in the moment. It's called Nityananda. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring your hands to the heart for a moment and pause. And then relax. Good. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Check our time. All right. We got a little bit of time, so let's open the legs out before we go back to the floor. I want to do a nice stretch to each side. So I want your feet nice and wide, toes pointing straight ahead. You can reach out with either arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slide that other arm down and stretch. Inhale and exhale and reach. Inhale and exhale. Again. Reach. Take the hands behind your back. I'm going to show you two variations. We're going to stretch forward. You can either clasp your hands and roll your shoulders back. That's a great stretch. You could reach for your elbows. That's another stretch. Or you can do this one where you touch your fingertips. So the thumbs and tips of your fingers are touching and you turn the fingers in and then up like that. And you're going to feel that through the upper shoulders. You got three variations. Go ahead and fold forward. And just hold for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Release the arms to the floor. I want you to reach over to your right leg. Bring your head toward the knee. Reach over to the left leg. Do the same thing. Your head goes toward the knee. It doesn't have to touch the knee, just going towards the knee. Come back to center. Bend your knees. Hands to the floor. Step your feet in a little closer. Let's come down into the squat. And then from here, go ahead and sit down onto your mat, stretch your legs out in front of you, rock the feet in and out a few times. All right, we are gonna wind down into your relaxation. So I want you to come down onto your back. Use your blanket for extra padding. Draw your knees in and go ahead and lie down. Adjust our camera slightly. And once you're in your back, like we did earlier, you want to pull those knees in. Take a deep breath, relax your back. All right, so you can stretch all the way down onto the mat and rest flat on your back. Call it Shavasana. If your lower back is uncomfortable laying flat, you can either roll up your blanket and put it under your knees, or you can bend your knees and let your knees lean on each other like we did at the beginning of class. So whatever feels better for your back. Just let your arms rest by your side. You can rock your head gently from side to side. And just take a nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Close your eyes softly. Relax from the forehead down through the face. Relax your jaw, neck and throat, shoulders, all the way down to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax down through the torso, all the way down the legs to your feet and toes. I'm going to have you rest on your back here for a few moments, focusing on your breath, counting the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Eyes are closed softly and see if you can even out your breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Start to bring your awareness back by moving your fingers and your toes. And as you come out of your relaxation, you can do the palming exercise. You bring your hands together, rub them, make them warm. And just place those warm hands over your eyes and block out all the light. Then open the eyes into your palms and relax your gaze. And you can slowly bring the hands away. Just focus on your hands for a moment. And then let your hands come down. All right. On the floor, you want to bring your knees into the chest so you can relax your back. And then you can roll to your side for a moment. Just rest on your side. And when you feel ready, you can bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. So go ahead. Sit up. So we are going to close the Hatha yoga, the exercise part of the yoga that you just did. So let's bring the hands to heart for a moment. It's always nice to set an intention. Sometimes I'll think of someone in my life that could use some of this good yoga peace and energy. So you can gift some of this to them. But also it's nice to set an intention or say an affirmation. So happy and grateful. I'm so happy and grateful that I have this time every Friday afternoon to spend with my colleagues doing yoga. I really am grateful. All right. And then eyes are open. Namaste. All right, everyone. So if you're going about your day, I want to wish you a great day. Practice your being present and in the moment throughout the rest of the day. If you'd like to stay and do about 10 or 15 minutes of a meditation, please do. But for the rest of you, I just wish you the best day. Okay, for those of you that would like to stay and do some meditation, let's get you comfortable because you can't meditate if you're uncomfortable, right? If your legs or hips hurt or you're falling asleep or anything like that. So for me, it's sitting on something a little thicker. It can be a folded blanket. I also have a pillow actually that I like using. I'm going to use that today. That works for me. You might prefer to sit in a chair. If you do sit in a chair, sit towards the edge of the chair, right? So that you can have, you want to sit with a straight back. So when you are sitting for meditation in particular, I don't know if you can see me, this, sitting on this pillow, I have no choice but to sit up straight, right? But if I take this out, you can see how my shoulders slump and my back rounds out. So we want to sit up tall because that allows you to take a deep breath. The whole key to meditation is being able to breathe nice and deeply. And you'll notice that as your breath starts to slow down, your mind gets quieter. It's not so busy. Okay. And then eventually what you're going to experience, this is from experience, what you're going to start to experience is more and more space between the breaths, a feeling of, oh, I didn't think for the past second or two. It's like more space between the thoughts, more space between the breaths. It can be a very peaceful, relaxing experience. And if you practice this 10 to 15 minutes a day, it will start to help carry over to the rest of your day. In other words, you'll start to notice that you're more mindful of your breath or more mindful of how you're feeling or the thoughts that are going through your mind. And that's where you've got the power, right? Because you can only control your own thoughts, your own breath, your own awareness. You can't control the world around you.
But you can control how you react, and you'll notice the more you are taking deep breaths and walking into a situation relaxed, the other people in that space will start to mirror that energy. So with that, let's get started. So I'm going to walk you through a breathing technique. Let's do what's called Matrika Pranayama. It's a counting using your hands. That counting of the breath can help give your mind something to focus on. So you're going to use your hand as a counter. I'm using my left hand. So the thumb and tip of my first finger is the count of 1. I move the thumb to the next knuckle. It's 2. The next knuckle is 3. And then right where the finger and the palm come together, that's the count of 4. The tip of the next finger is 5, and then move it down 6, 7, and 8. The ring finger is 9, 10, 11, and 12, and the small finger is 13, 14, 15, 16. So about 16 breaths will take you about 5 minutes. It's a nice way to get into your meditation. You could do another round if you want, or you can just sit quietly at that. So let's close the eyes. Relax your hands in your lap or on your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, touch that thumb to your first finger. And then inhale deeply. And that's one breath. Move the finger to the next knuckle. Knuckle for your breath. And if it helps you, you can also count the length of your inhale and count the length of your exhale. I do that as well.